I done got my life back, just like that. I can't go back, and I won't go back. I done got my life back.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another live with me, Paul, Addict Mentor. If you don't know who I am, and this is the first time you are bumping into me on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, I'm someone who spent 27 years in active heroin and crack cocaine addiction. It almost killed me, man. I started young. I was on the streets. My life was completely unmanageable. And I needed to change because I was spending year after year after year after year within the prison system. I was a regular face. You know what I mean? Screws used to say things to me like, Paul, don't worry, we'll keep the cell for you because we know you're coming back. Yes, prison officers like to put that negative mindset within you. Shock, horror, what a surprise. But today I am celebrating being 3 years, 11 months clean, sober, non-active in my addictions from heroin and crack cocaine and all of the things above Wagwan Leon. And I wanted to come on today because I put a video up yesterday and it's having huge views about a young kiddie who got caught with a knife. So I want to talk about this a minute. I think it's really important that you understand the seriousness of the issue at the moment. Right now on the streets in the UK, we have a huge problem with knife crime. People carrying knives longer than their arms, people committing murders because of the postcode they're in or the gang that they're in. You know, we're not America here in the UK. We're not all about Bloods and the Crips, but what we are about is that SN and that BS and the LN, the postcodes that tell people where you're from. If you get caught in these different postcodes today, you're in trouble because let me tell you right now, you see the kids, you see the ones I'm on about, the kids that are going around on their electric scooters that are souped up to do like 40 mile an hour and those e-bikes with the little triangular packages on, yeah? Those ones, the e-bikes that go fast as hell. Today, I saw a guy ride past my house with a balaclava on, with other guys with balaclavas on. Now, Wagwan Lewis, come on, my G, single dad of the year right there. Big up all the crazy baby mums out there, and big love to the man them who just go, yeah, love, we've heard it before. You don't like me. Right, so that's for you, Lewis, because you're a fucking G, man, and you always getting on my stuff and like filling me with positivity and love. So I wanted to give you a little sum up that right there. Now, the guy I seen today, his chick put on a Facebook a little while ago. Oh, my man got robbed by guys with balaclavas and big knives. But today, I see the same fucking guy carrying on with the same people. So this is the thing. Don't moan about the roadman life when you're in the roadman life, because the roadman life's quite simple. You fuck about, you get killed, and that is the roadman life. There's no other way around it. Go on, Peter. What? Go on, Bowman. Whoop-bum. I'm just having my say, Pete. You know what it's like. I'm just fed up of seeing these kids get stopped. And it's not like when I was a kid. Let me tell you, when I was out and I was carrying knives, because I used to carry knives. Yes, I did. I am guilty of it, and I went to jail because of it. I used to go to my kitchen and pick up, do you know, the small knife, the little peeler knife? And that was my protection. It wasn't sort of to go out and kill someone. Hear what I'm saying? It was my protection. Come on, my guy Jay. Work on, big up all the guys, Marshman, them. Anyone who's done jail in the Southwest, anyone who's done jail with me, this is a shout out to you right now. I am starting to podcast for people who have been to prison and who have come out. And if you are on the straight and narrow and you want to tell your story, send me a DM, drop me a message just to let me know you're interested. I won't get back to you straight away, but please don't think I'm ignoring you because I have so many messages coming in. So this is a shout out to everyone who's been jail and turned their life around. If you would like to share your story, come to my house. We'll sit down. I'll get the big camera out and the joint microphones out. I will share your story and your story of redemption, especially for the single dads. When you come out and social services were calling you bastards and they were saying that you're wife beaters, I know. Because when I came out of jail for armed robbery, street crime, I was being accused of being a bad dad. I was being accused I must get angry and beat my missus up. But we all know it's just that stereotyping. And let's get back to stereotyping because right now, these kids I'm seeing, and they're getting stopped and they're wearing ballys and they're having knives the size of my arm. What the hell is going on? I went 4 different jails last year. Guys, Marsh was the best. Jay, man. Jay, tell me this. Have you quit now? Do you think that's enough for me, man? 4 jails in 1 year. Went Portland Hill for 9 days, Bristol twice. I see how that went. Let me tell you, I did Lay Hill, and as a jail, it's pretty shitty in it. Let's not joke about it. It's full of sex offenders. It's full of tax dodgers. It's not full of what I would call criminals. You know, when I think of a criminal, yes, had enough now, and that, I'm going to give you one of these. Because I believe that, mate. I honestly believe you've had enough. There's so many people who most probably look at you today, Jay, and go, yeah, he's going to be back in jail in a year. I don't believe you will. Yeah, I hated Lay Hill. I walked out of Lay Hill myself. I went straight across the rugby field at the side of the gym. You know the way, Jay. To the phone box. Is the phone box still across the field, Jay? I would really like to know if the red phone box is still across the field in HMP Lay Hill. Because that used to be the drop-off spot. Oh, I'm sorry, peeps. Have I just fucking said something I shouldn't? Oh, yeah! Lay Hill used to have a drop-off spot and it was a red phone box. Just drop out a red phone box and I'll run across the field to get it like a crazy person. Because that was my addiction. Yes, it is! Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Yeah, because that was me. If you don't know, when I was in Lay Hill, my head was completely messed up. I was on a 10.5-year sentence. I got my DCAT quite early, still there. And I used to do just bonsai crazy moves. And I used to go to the shop in town. And Jay will tell you, there's no pavement. You have to walk along the main road, where the only people driving along this main road are people working in the jail or visiting the jail. So, you know, that's pretty much. Anyway, let's get off of Lay Hill and get back to what I'm talking about. And this is knife crime at the moment. It is getting beyond a joke. Today, a family from Swindon are going to court in Bristol to see some justice get served. Well, they're not. It's early doors in the murder trial of the poor kid who was stabbed. He was stabbed and it went through his heart and it was all over different areas, different people selling shit in different areas. And that's what it's like. And in Bristol in the 90s, there was lots of it, right? So this is what I need people to understand. This stabbing people up over a different area code is something new. And I say it's something new because these kids now are young. It used to be the big men who were doing the arguing and the fighting, and it was the little man who was shot in the shit, yeah? So that's the way it always used to be. But now, the big men are getting the little kids 10, 13, 14 to go and fucking commit serious crimes. I just finished 3 years, but I'm glad I went, as I've been clean for 1.5 years. Well done, brother. Got out 3 weeks ago and start work at St. Paul's as a drug support worker. Fucking get in there, Jay. Absolutely amazing. Jen Furnace is in the house. Yes, she is. Well, go on, Jen. We are just having a conversation about knife crime because, yes, Paula Southwick's in the house as well. Because the knife crime's getting crazy. I put a video up last night before I went to bed, and so far between TikTok and Facebook, it's had 25,000 views. Now, this is, we're talking a viral vid, and it's just about a black kid getting pulled over and having a knife longer than his arm, right? And that's the thing. When is enough enough? I'm calling out the Conservative government. I'm calling out the Labour government. I'm calling out whatever MPs, councillors, bloody wannabe MPs are hearing this. I have had enough of sitting back and watching the nuttiness. Kids have been able to buy machetes online for £30. 30 quid. It's enough. When is it enough? When my kids get stabbed up? When my friends' kids get stabbed up? Or when your kids get stabbed up? Because don't think it's only affecting certain areas, because it's not. This is an issue that is now spreading like a cancer throughout the UK. It may have started with county lines and, respecting the ends, but now people get upset, kids get upset, and they do not understand mortality. They don't know about, doing one small act, one jerk movement and ending someone's life. They don't understand it. So this is about education. It's about going into schools and showing kids what the hell is going on. I've lived 45 long blood clot years on this planet, and the last 2 years I have seen knife crime skyrocket to a level I never thought I would see. When I think about kids dying, you think about guns and all of that shit, don't you? But right now, it's kitchen implements. Now, this is a shout out to the parents. Paula, I'm going to listen because Paula's actually a Scottish girl and she knows all about knife crime because unfortunately they had it really bad at her. It's tragic. Used to be bad in Glasgow. Now it's just getting as bad here too. And you've moved elsewhere. Blessings, Barney. Oh, my cousin Stephen Simmons is in the building. Your energy you put in is what the universe sends back. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Unfortunate, sad situation. Yeah, absolutely, Stephen, right? But it's this. It's about educating your children, not leaving it for someone else to do. You need to do it. When your kids are coming home and they got the balaclava stuffed in their pocket and they got a rack of £20 notes, yeah? And they got little wrapped up things in their pocket and you don't know what it is. It's your responsibility as a parent to call them on it. When you let your kid leave your house and you notice a knife is missing from your kitchen, you are as responsible as that child. I have to take responsibility for what my children do, for the things that they do. Bring your kids up right in the world, and I promise you, things will change. I bring my children up to be polite and cordial, right? They understand that their dad was a naughty boy. They understand that their dad went to prison for a very long time. And more kids need to understand the consequences of carrying knives and bladed articles. I couldn't agree more, cuz. Thank you, Steve. That means a lot, man. Honestly, you are my fam. I don't have many Simmonses drop in on my lives, but I really appreciate it, fam. Honestly, that means so much to me. Cuz, well, you know the life I had, Steve. It wasn't great. It wasn't, it wasn't all rainbows and unicorns in the house of Paul Simmons. Like, it wasn't. I survived, and I'm here to tell the bloody tale, whether people like it or not. Ben, up the gas, Davis. Go on, you beautiful human being, man. We are just talking about the pandemic, the epidemic that is knife crime. Now, the government have been threatening for a long time to ban the sale of machetes. But I know today I can go on Alibaba and order myself a machete. I can order myself a samurai sword. And all you have to do to prove that you are 18 is tick the box that says 18 plus. And by ticking a box, I am confirming that I am of legal age to do these things. Melly Jamaica, Wagwan girl. You're a legend, cousin. Couldn't be more proud of you for turning your life around. Blessings to you and yours. Oh, Stephen Simmons. And I know how much you are doing, man. I know how much you love your kids. And honestly, thank you so much. That's my family, peeps. That's my actual family. Oh, it's fucking lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Can I just say, everyone, I am sticking to my vape. I'm really sticking to it. So, yes, Chops. No, is that Chops from Trowbridge? Chops. If that's Chops from Trowbridge, I'm gassing. I'm so gassing, my chair might actually lose gas and it might go, because that is a gassed up ting, bruv. There's a shop in Kingswood that sells machetes for £20. Don't need no ID. This is a real fucking issue for me, Jay. Do you know what I mean? Yes, fact, so proud of you. Only way is up. Absolutely. And I just gotta say, yo, Chops, man. Come on, brother. I'm really, really, really proud you can come and say hello in my little lives. I promise you, people, more lives are coming on social media because we have now got the new camera. We got the new camera, and I bought some tech stuff that I needed to buy. And I'm hopefully trying to invite some people on. So anyone who has been to prison and they have turned their life around, I would really love to get you lot on to have a conversation. We'll pre-record it. I've got plans. I want to do, I've been on a couple of other people's podcasts and my podcasts are doing well. If you've not watched my podcast on the Sean Atwood YouTube channel, please check it out. Last time I saw it, it had 85,000 views. Yeah. Holy shit. Paul Beaton's in the house. What's up? Didn't miss it this time, brother. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You almost did, though. You almost did. We're just having a little chat about knives and knife crime and the kids that carry knives. Now, I've had a lot of comments on this video that I put up in the last 24 hours. Like I said, it's had over 25,000 views over 2 platforms. So that goes to show there's a lot of interest in the issue with knife crime in the UK. What do we do about it? T-shirts looking good. Oh, the one you're making for. I can't wait, mate. Honestly, everything you make is awesome. And your clock, which is just over there, is keeping perfect time as well. Anyone, if you want anything laser printed, anything cool. Oh, and he's doing me one of them as well in blue. If you want anything laser printed, please check Paul Beaton out. Absolutely. He's a legend. He's known as the Crazy Cider Man. He's made things for lots of my Bristol Rovers friends. They can't big him up enough. So I'm going to give you the one last shout out, Paul. Check out the Crazy Cider Man. follow Paul B and check him out. He makes some really cool stuff. And he sent me lots of things for free. He has not charged me a single penny for anything he sent me. There it is. There he is. Look. Now, Paul, don't get upset at me, but I dropped some tattoo ink on this one. Look. But you can see the amazing work this kid does, man. Honestly, look at that shit. Absolutely fire. That UTG is the UTG he used on the clock that he sent me. I see comrade for your vapes. Yeah? I really need a hookup for some CBD vape oil. That's what I'm trying to get, because everyone's telling me CBD will really help me relax because I'm not sleeping too well at the moment. You know, I'm trying to give up the fags. Well, when I say trying to give up the fags, I've given up the fags. I've moved over to smoking my vape for my health. 2, because it's all about, you know, moving forward and not clogging up my bloody, you know, let my kids see positivity. I don't want my kids seeing me smoking like 5-6 years into the future, man. It's not about that. Paula, you love that. What, the mats? Yeah, he's made me a few. Here's another one. I love these, actually. Absolutely love them. He's a really cool guy. He sends me stuff. I use these for at night. My missus is like, Paul, please, babes, please put a coaster under there. Because you won't believe it, but I don't do the painting in this house. I don't do the decorating in this house. It's the missus, man. She does all that. Ain't a bit of me. Will only take me an hour to fire another one up. Come on, Paul. I've just got some today. Gonna give it a try. Oh, nice. Paul, if you got some, send it this way. You should make the middle finger white with blue surround, like the button on the Rover's colours. I was thinking that. I was thinking, can I ask him to do it in blue and white? I've asked him for blue because I just didn't want to make it too difficult, because that's quite a difficult thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? When you're laser printing and stuff. But if you have got any blue and white, Paul, I'd love it. I'd love it. Right. Let's get back to what I want to discuss right now, and that's this knife crime issue. How can I put it nicely for the government to understand? Can do blue base. Yeah, that would be great, Paul. If you could do that, I'd really appreciate it, man. And obviously, it'll go. I want to put a shelf, kind of. Where are we? There. On my wall, somewhere about there. So if we can put a shelf up there, I'd love to put that on, the hand up with the middle finger, to upset all of my social media followers who follow me just to see me fail. But let's get back to it, right? So nice. There's a simple solution. It's called education via other people's experience. So I have been shouting out for ages for schools to let me in to talk, blah, 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 blah. And it's a slow, boring process. I went to a council meeting 2 weeks ago. And, you know, you saw it was recorded live. I was promised that they would email me within 48 hours. Here I am 2 weeks later after going to that council meeting and nothing. Or a week later, sorry, and nothing. They've not bothered. So that just goes to show they want me in their corner. I look great. Do you know what I mean? Let's have it right. I'm an ex-addict who's trying to push for safer knife fucking laws, right? That's what I'm trying to push for. So it looks good for politicians. But if they think I'm an idiot, they're crazy, because they're about to get barraged by my social media, because you can't promise me something just because the cameras are there. And then when the cameras turn off, you don't even make contact. For me, that is not where we need to be in life, because I'm willing to work with any politicians, any parties, to make sure addiction and knife crime county lines are at the front, the top of the agenda, not shoved down at the bottom, because I'm not going to stop. Because if I stop, that's a real loud voice that has been silenced, and they won't do anything about it. So I am all about now promoting safer bloody streets, and every single MP, Sir Robert Buckland, Heidi Alexander, Will Stone, and Jim Robbins, I'm telling you, you lot have all upset me because you promised me things and you have delivered zero. Now, my life is about to change, and I am going to use every single little piece of attention to get my message out there. And if you think by inviting me to meetings and promising me stuff and then disappearing into the ether of life, if you think that's acceptable, you have really not read me well at all. Because I'm like an elephant. I don't forget shit. And you can ask many, many, many of my fallen enemies about it. I don't forget nothing. You can't invite a big black man for photos to look good in photos and then not follow through with anything, because me, I'm not having that. I was stepped on, walked over, shat on most of my existence. Now I am my own person and I'm here to fight. They can't handle your, what's it say? They can't handle your parcel. Little man's about to blowing up quick time. In it, Barney, you know. Oh, amen and facts. Thank you. I just needed to get that out there because these people need to understand I'm not messing around. There are many charities around Swindon that they don't give a shit about the knife crime. They care about the money that's coming into their charity. Yeah, Owen's World, I'm fucking talking to you lot. I know exactly what's going on. Mental health charity with no mental health workers. I ain't heard you lot shout me once. I'm the only qualified mental health mentor around. And they're the people who don't bring me in. Oh, you lot don't know what's coming, man. It's like a fucking hurricane, man. And I swear to God, we've been jailed before. What, me and you, Steve? Together. Send me a DM, bruv. I want to get some people I've done jail with to come on and do some talks, man. Absolutely. They should be making drugs legal, as it will stop the black market and criminal gangs. Oh, Jay, I'm not sure about that, mate. Leon's giving it the big one. Amen. Yes, come on. Listen, at the end of the day, I am my own person. I've been fighting this for a couple of years solid now, and the only advancements I've got is from the stuff that I've done. No one from the PCC who said, Phil from the head of the PCC said, yeah, we'll work together. Not heard anything. Mark, head of integrated offender management and the yacht team. Not heard anything. Yeah. Swindon probation, nothing. Social, nothing. It's me. I've been grafting and I will not stop. So you're going to see me popping up at places, Pete, but I promise you, my mission is to save lives. My mission is to let addicts know that they can live a better life. My mission is to stop people sitting in their fucking houses doing nothing because they feel they can't go out into the streets for fear of relapse, fear of county lines, idiots trying to stab them up. Life's going to change, my friend. I hope you've enjoyed this last half hour because I know I have. You have been absolutely amazing. I just can't tell you enough how much I love to come on here and have a little rant sometimes. But I've called you out, MPs, politicians. I've called you out. I've told you what time of day it is. It's quite simple. You either work with me or I will tell people that you've promised to work with me and then you're not. And that is all I got to say about that. Peace, love, and unity to every single one of you. Thank you for all the love and all the comments. 3 years, 11 months, clean, sober, non-active in my addictions today. I have because I'm at work with phone in my pocket listening. I love that. Bless up, everyone. That is me, Paul Addict Mentor, just having my say.